been wanting to make this video all day, but I've not had a chance, and I've finally got to sit down and do it, and just so excited to talk to everybody. It's really weird because that's really weird. It's not actually, it's somebody setting off fireworks. They mustn't know I'm doing a video. We'll just ignore them, pretend it doesn't happen. It just feels like I haven't made a video for so long, and technically I haven't. My last video was, when was my last video? My last video was the witch one, and I made that before I went to Poland, and I went to Poland like 2 weeks ago. So I've got so much to tell you. So today is going to be a kind of a quick update, show you a few things, and say a huge thank you to everybody. I have got just over 7,000 subscribers this morning. I logged on my YouTube account and it was like 7,000 and something, and I'm like, oh my god, over 7,000. It's crazy, like crazy town. 7,000 people have subscribed to me. I would totally say thank you to each and every one of you, but that would be a very, 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 very long video, and I haven't got time for that. So a huge hug and a massive thank you to everybody who has subscribed to me, and a shush to whoever that is. So what have I been up to? Well, if you have been following me on my Facebook page, why is everything in my house making noise? Like literally everything in my house is making noise. If you follow me on my Facebook page, you will have seen some of the photos from Poland, from Krakow. And it was a very unusual holiday. The first day I got there, I kind of thought, oh my god, what have I done? Because my boyfriend wanted to go on a hot beach holiday, and I said no, I can't sunbathe because I have exceptionally pale skin and obviously a lot of moles, so I burn straight away and it's not good for my skin. So I said no, why don't we go on a cultural history holiday? It's going to be fun, it's cheap there, there's a lot of stuff to see and do, and as a compromise I will get a good hotel. So our hotel had a pool on the roof and it was sort of surrounded by glass and stuff. But on the first day there, we walked down this road to go to the main square, and it was horrible. There was graffiti everywhere, and it looked like a really horrible place, and I thought, oh no, what have I got us into? But by the end of the holiday, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. We did the salt mines, which was, oh my goodness, totally blew me away. I did not expect that. We went down, I think, 57 flights of stairs to get to the bottom in one mine shaft, and it was mental. Like these ceilings just were so high, and it was really pretty. You wouldn't associate pretty with a mine, but it was absolutely gorgeous. The ride back up in the lift was something I never want to experience again. It was a lift that took you up in a shaft, and this lift, normal people would probably squeeze 4 people in. Pitch black lift, we got in 4 people. No, they wanted 8 people in. We were all stood straight on top of each other, and this lift went up so fast, so fast, and the wind was coming in, and I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. That was salt mines. Auschwitz. What do you say about Auschwitz? Very harrowing, very humbling, and very, very interesting but sad. I know a little bit about Auschwitz, but there's a lot more to it than that I actually knew about. We had a guide when we went there, and the guide guide sort of told us all the stories when we went around the different buildings, and so much more went on there that I knew about. So much horrific stuff, just evil, pure evil. And I'm pleased I went. I've always wanted to go there ever since I read a book called The Silver Sword when I was 14 in school, I think. I've always wanted to go to Poland, and I'm glad I got to go. But terrible. Something I'll never ever forget, a place I'll never forget. I'm really sorry, my TV is creaking. It's not even on. I think it's cooling down. It's creaking. So we returned home last Friday. It's now Saturday, the 2nd of November. We returned home last Friday. There's fireworks going on. Got in and turned the heating on. Like, if you've been on holiday and your heating hasn't been on for a week, you'll know how cold your house is. It just feels cold and unlived in. And my boiler conked out. Totally. No heat, no hot water. Just died. Didn't get any electricity to it. And it's taken me a week to get it fixed. We've had to... The guy came out yesterday and he put a new fan in, a new gas valve, a whole new circuit board, and he's got to come back out and put a new cable in. We've got it's working now, but we still need a cable in. And for that full week, oh my god, it was horrible. I just felt so sorry for myself. Like, I couldn't have a bath in my house. We only had one room warm because we'd had little like storage heaters. Every time you wanted to go to the bathroom, it would freeze in. But I kind of made a point to remember that I'm still very fortunate to have a house. Had I have not been to Poland and went to Auschwitz, I may have had a different mindset about this, but I just thought, yes, I can't have a bath in my house and I've got no hot water to wash up with, but I'm not in a concentration camp in -15 weather, with only, my own clothes to keep me warm. So that kind of got me through, just thinking I am still very fortunate, even though I'm not in a great position right now. Also, another little daft, I feel like I'm just telling you about downers here, things that went wrong. The only thing that kind of threatened to ruin my holiday was the fact that I had gastroenteritis, which I still have. I actually got it at the airport. Well, I didn't get it at the airport. I started to come down with it at the airport and started to feel really poorly. And I had it the whole time we were away. I thought I might just have a tummy bug, but I didn't. And I had to go and get these tablets, these digestive tablets, because obviously I didn't know what I had when I was out there. So I went to the chemist, and the chemist gave me these digestive tablets. Came back home, still had gastroenteritis, still had no boiler, and the other day, which day was it? I think it was Tuesday night, when I was asleep, I felt really, really dizzy in my sleep, and I was sort of laid on my back, and every time I rolled over, it was, I don't think everyone watching this video has been drunk, but for those of you who've been drunk and you're lying in bed and you've got the spinny room, that's how it was. I was laid there and I had spinny room, and I was like, whoa, this isn't very nice. And on the morning of Wednesday, I woke up and I was walking down the stairs and I was walking into the wall. I've not got far to go. I walked into the wall, went through a door, walked into the door. I was walking into everything. Oh, this isn't normal. So I rang the doctors, explained that I've had a bad stomach and I'm dizzy. So it turns out I got told about my gastroenteritis, but I've also got something called labyrinthitis, which is named after my most favourite film ever, so I wasn't too bothered. But basically was it an infection? I'm not sure if it's an infection of the inner ear or the inner ear is just swollen. But basically, obviously your ears, your inner ears, are in charge of your balance. And if there's something wrong with your ears, quite often you can get dizzy spells of vertigo. So I have been prescribed tablets for that. So I'm a bit in the war at the minute. But I didn't let it spoil my holiday. Even though I was poorly, I still went out to the best restaurants out there and ate like a queen, just stuffed my face. And I've pretty much done the same when I've come back. But one of the things I wanted to show you were the Halloween things. Because I've been poorly and I didn't have heating in my house, my motivation to make a video has been zero. I couldn't do anything. It was so cold and I just felt bad, and sort of today is the first day I thought, right, I want to make a video. But obviously it's the 2nd of November and Halloween's gone. But I'm going to show you my costume anyway. I was going as Hit Girl from Kick-Ass. Got my costume here, so I'm going to show you a few things. Obviously, I think I'm going to whisper now, and maybe slowly. I think I've been talking too fast. I apologise. So this is the gun that I did, and as you can see, it's missing a bit. When I went out, pardon me, sorry. The way I sewed my holsters onto my top, one was sort of like that, and the other one one was like that, and one was like that. So every time I bent over, it would fall, and it's fallen on the floor that much that I've actually lost the side of it. I did look for it at the bar, which is where I dropped it. It wasn't because I was drunk, it's just because there was the bar was skirt shirt was a save because I took it under this top, and obviously it covered how low the jeans were, so my outfit came together in the end eventually. One of the other major parts of the costume is missing. It's somewhere in the house, which is the mask. try some of their friends now because I love Percy Pigs. Oh my goodness, Percy Pigs are amazing. If you've never had them, they're a sweet from Marks and Spencer's. Marks and Spencer's is a very nice shop, makes very nice food, and Percy Pigs are made by Marks and Spencer's, but they also make some friends. Matilda, do you mind, please? Okay. So, I'm going to try a cow. And sheep. So it is this one. It's like a hot liver place, like a lemony orange. I think Percy Pigs are raspberry. I don't even know what flavour Percy Pigs are. All I know is that they're delicious flavour. But if someone said what flavour are they, couldn't tell you. But seeing as though they're pink, I'm assuming they're like a strawberry or raspberry. Don't like that one. Now the cow. Now I'm going to assume that he is Coca-Cola, and I don't like Coca-Cola, so we'll try it. Oh, horrible. It tastes very much like a Coke bottle sweet, like the jelly sweet. I'm going to try his ear, see if that's any different. No, his ear's just the same. I'm not a fan of Coca-Cola, Pepsi or anything like that. Oh, where am I now? So, I know this isn't like a roleplay video or really a proper sounds video, but I just missed you guys. I really missed like talking with you, and I know that technically I'm not talking with you. I'm in my house talking to a camera right now, totally on my own, but it feels like you're already there. It feels like I'm catching up with an old friend, you know, I've got lots to tell you. But I've got a very itchy leg. Got some tights on because it's cold now. I've got some videos planned for bonfire night. I am going to try and get my mitts on some sparklers and do a sparklers video. I'm not sure whether it's going to look better to have it in the daylight on like a normal sort of background, or whether it should be dark. I might actually do both, and just see which one looks better and put them both in. Hopefully they'll do like a really good sound, because when I did the marshmallows video, that had a really good burning sound, so hopefully this microphone will pick some sounds up. I don't know, I haven't really got just gonna